with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked up by Darius Williams.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's his first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Barkley. Barkley's got the 1st down and more. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
They send the tight end in motion. Here's Barkley, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there.
That is caught by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll go again with Williams. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Automatic first down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for our Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10.
The motion man is Nacua. Play action now for Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet. He'll get him down for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's DeVonta Smith. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the ground, here is the rookie out of Clemson. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
To number 9. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Eagles.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. He'll look to throw. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Here comes the jet sweep. Whoa. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Handoff, running left, it's Barkley. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd and 10. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Now they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They go play action with Stafford. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13 yards. Leads to 3rd down and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nacua. Complete. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Rams 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st down, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on...
Oh, a loose football. The Eagles have it. Injured player after the play, and that's Matthew Stafford, who is banged up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Barkley. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 6. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get this one complete to Brown. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Dillon. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here comes a toss, right. Here comes Johnson. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Eagles. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Big time play for Philly. 33 yards. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing now from the gun. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for an Eagles first down. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in right side by Goddard.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Jimmy G working from the gun here. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Jimmy G going to go play action here. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Garoppolo now. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Now they'll set up to throw. Set up the screen. Out wide, it's Brown. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They face second down and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. That one pulled in by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jimmy G going to throw it here on first down. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football as we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This returnable from the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. the Rams offense, and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On 1st and 10, Garoppolo. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. The motion man is Nacua. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Shipley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there,
and he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles keep rolling right along. 38-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense. The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Garoppolo. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. And the Eagles are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles stretch things out even further. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Right side, complete to Nacua. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a 2nd down throw for Garoppolo. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
On the carry, it's Williams. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down. And now we've got an injured player after that last play. Ooh, it's Devontae Adams who's having some trouble. Off the play fake. Here's Garoppolo. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So we are through. The Rams punting unit coming out. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was taken down by Cameron Kincaid. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On 1st down, right back to Johnson. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd down and 3. A tight end in motion now. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They'll give it here to Shipley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
He'll drop to throw. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 4 at the Rams' 18-yard line.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. One of the tight ends in motion right. A give, and here's Johnson. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his second touchdown tonight. On is Elliott to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will add one more onto their big lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Another run here with Johnson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
At the 25-yard line.
Jimmy G now on second down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jimmy G working from the gun here. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 30. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings it 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
They'll go again with Johnson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
On the ground, it's Johnson. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3.
He was taken down by Cameron Kitchen. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
He was taken down by Cameron Kitchen. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Eagles.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. And this was as good as it gets. All 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony.